CR and RC both are basically comes down to how well are you able to think in that limited amount of time.
Right.
And what you we actually need to improve on while studying is to see our logical gaps. What
Mm-hmm.
are the assumptions that we make that is not actually mentioned in the question, but we are making in my head? And the
Right.
best way to go about it is writing it down. For GMAT is you should see this in two stages. First
Mm.
stage should be when you can get questions right without time pressure. Like
Right. Right.
apart from time pressure, is there anything else that you are missing? So first fix that, and then try when working under time pressure.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm extremely, extremely happy once again to introduce Piyush to you. I just talked about you in the beginning of the session. An amazing performance and someone who has had quite a journey with the test will really be able to inspire and give some useful tips. So with that, hey, hi, finally we get to see each other. I think we've been chatting only and you've been
Yes, sir.
sending me some audio notes, but now we get.
You can see me
So
finally.
first, how does it feel? How does it feel? You are in the educating mood. You are educating so many people now with your YouTube videos and so on. So how does
Yes,
it
sir.
feel? Yes.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. So I have never done 100% in anything. And it was like towards the end, I kind of had that feel that, okay, now I'm in full control of my CRs, of my RCs,
Hmm.
but full control and getting 100% time, amazing feeling, sir. Amazing feeling.
Superb, superb to know. So, just to get some context, why don't you really tell what your struggling areas were and how you fixed each of these? Just
Mhm.
let us know. I mean, what was when you started preparing, what were your challenging areas and how you went about fixing them? What were the
Okay,
specific strategy used, or
correct.
anything that helped from the material, from the techniques, or anything, whatever you want to tell people?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right. The biggest problem was obviously verbal.
Hmm.
To understand, CR and RC both are basically comes down to how well are you able to think in
Hmm.
that limited amount of time.
Right.
And what you we actually need to improve on while studying is to see our logical gaps. What
Hmm.
are the assumptions that we make that is not actually mentioned in the question, but we are making in my head? And the
Right.
best way to go about it is writing it down. So
Right.
what I used to do, I used to copy the question in my Word file,
Hmm.
and there were few CR questions I took half an hour to solve.
Hmm.
But I actually did write there why I think I'm eliminating this. And then when I went back to check the solution, I could actually see what I was doing wrong
Hmm.
instead of just thinking, okay, maybe I got it right, maybe I got
Mm.
it wrong, maybe I thought like
Superb,
that.
superb.
So
Absolutely
I
superb.
had something very actionable in front of me to
Hmm.
see that where am I going wrong. And
Right.
one of the biggest takeaway from this exercise was that I understood that at times I eat up few words, like few
Hmm.
words in RC, few words of CR. I don't actually pay as much attention as it is required.
Hmm.
So on the exam day, what I did on my writing pad, I wrote in very big bold letters, read every word,
Hmm.
and I put that in front of my computer screen. So
Hmm.
computer screen is there, and this writing pad is here, and on the other writing pad, I'm eliminating options. Yeah, and
Hmm.
that I think is very obvious. We have to always eliminate options in verbal. Never
Right.
go for selecting the right answer.
Superb,
So yeah,
superb to know. Any tips you will have? And I also want to know your exam experience particularly. Did you find anything unusual? Did you find the pacing difficult? Was there any question that was challenging for you? Was silly mistake a problem? I mean, just take us through the whole thing.
right.
Yeah.
So it's very important to give mocks in terms of for two things. One,
Mm.
for your ability to sit for that amount of time with
Mm-hmm.
utmost concentration, and second of all, to stop your mind from wandering here and there. So
Mm.
that was one big problem. I have a monkey mind. My mind jumps a lot. So two things I made my strategy very clear on how to go about it. So my
Mm.
strategy was to start from quant. So
Mm.
I'll get all geared up and then move to DI, then
Mm.
take a break and go for verbal. In
Mm.
verbal, especially, I did this that I was calming myself down. So basically, I think it was the third. So first two questions were CR, the third question was of RC. And
Mm.
the very first paragraph, it was something called deer mice.
Mm.
So I started thinking, what is deer and what is mice? Is it a type of mice? Is it a type of deer? So I got
Mm.
all over the place. But then I talked myself down and calmed myself. Okay, Piyush, let us first read through the passage.
Mm.
We know the techniques. We
Mm.
have done this before. So a lot that day was me calming myself down by talking
Mm.
myself. Okay, Piyush, it's okay. We have got this. We can do this. We know this. Just the time pressure is getting to us. Let's not
Mm.
focus on that.
Right, right, right.
In DI, one more thing I did was for myself that from mocks, I knew that I was never able to get to the 20th question.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's always
I,
tough to finish the DI section. Always,
yes.
yeah.
So I said to myself, we'll focus only on 18 questions. Let's get the first 18 questions right. So
Okay.
that
This
is
is a
what,
new strategy I've ever, like, I don't think I've ever heard this, but great, it worked for you. Brilliant. Yeah.
right. So that was there. And so basically, it comes down a lot to calming yourself down on the last day, on
Right.
the exam day. And like, I remember, so I went, so there's this college in Surat where I went, and there are all these Mercedes and Audi. So it's a very rich college in Surat.
Mm.
And I was seeing all that. I was like, when will I have? And then I'm like, I caught myself. Okay, Piyush, later, we'll think about these things later. Let's just concentrate on the exam. So that entire day, I was a lot into this meditative practice, so to say, that
Mm.
bringing myself to the present moment, that was
Mhm.
very important. Because the mistakes that I used to do in quant
Mhm.
also were of the similar nature. I missed a word.
Mm.
Say there is set A, B, C. B is 30% of A and C is 20% of B. So
Mhm.
at times I would misread as 20% of A and then
Mhm.
get the whole calculation wrong. And GMAT test makers always have that wrong option there.
Right,
So
right.
those kind of mistakes I did not do. I was very cautious of those traps
Mhm.
where they are playing with words. So it all happened because I was very present. And I think it's a deliberate practice that you should do on your exam day at least, that
Mhm.
being present.
It's a brilliant piece of advice because I don't think anybody has ever put it so articulately, the importance of being present. And we say, see the question, hit the question, see the ball, hit the ball. I mean, only that, and that's it, nothing else.
Yes.
That's fabulous. And you also mentioned in your audio message, particularly about the motivation that you got. So
Are
just
sir, yes,
talk
yes.
about that, please. Yes.
Sir, so the best thing that I have got from you is the adrenaline rush that you put in. So
Right.
listening to you, your videos for hours, like the kind of background you come from, the type of work that you have done, and like I just whenever I used to feel down, I just used to go on your YouTube channel and just listen to you,
Right,
very
right.
honestly. And you're very knowledgeable also. Like here and there, you give so much knowledgeable nuggets
Mm-hmm.
that so more than preparation, that was obviously helpful. But more than that, I'm very lucky that I have found you as a person and as a mentor, and that I have someone like you who can I can get in touch and ask few
Right.
of my questions like about life in
Absolutely.
general, about MBA. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that I really owe you a
I
lot.
think recently you also told that you started watching this Woodrow Wilson or something. I think you were telling me about, I don't
Uh-huh.
know, you told some American president and you were just
Correct.
describing. So I think that knowledge bit also, you are
Yes.
sort of a person who receives knowledge pretty well, it seems. Really, really
Right.
nice.
And yes,
Describe,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just add one more thing here. It is very important in verbal to be curious.
Mm-hmm,
Uh, Whenever you're reading any passage for CR or RC, like when you're reading that STEM, you should be very curious. What are they trying to tell me?
mm-hmm,
Just try. It gets daunting. I know I have been there. It's very easier said than done. But you should be very curious. What you'll get to know something new. Just
mm,
that excitement actually carries you through the first two to three paragraphs. Then it becomes very natural, and then you are not scared anymore. The moment you're
absolutely.
not scared anymore, you have already read. Like
Mm-hmm,
everyone here is already studying, already practicing. So
mm,
uh, so one insight that I have, I think, for GMAT is you should see this in two stages. First
mm.
stage should be when you can get questions right without time pressure. Like
Right, right.
apart from time pressure, is there anything else that you are missing? So first fix that, and then try when working under time pressure.
Yeah. Always I suggest this, so it's an
Yes,
echoing of
sir.
the sentiment. Great. And
Yes, sir.
exact, let's say, did you find anything unusual on the exam day? Because I asked everyone, and you got a hundred
No, no,
percentile
no,
means
no,
the
sir, no,
exam
sir.
would have become tougher and tougher. I mean, by everybody else's standards. But was there anything unusual in any of the sections, any of
आई
this?
रिमेम्बर इन वन ऑफ द वीडियोस सर आई रिमेम्बर इन वन ऑफ द वीडियोस आपने ऐसा बोला है कि जितने भी लोगों को मतलब जो भी जैसे 99 परसेंटाइल 100 परसेंटाइल लाते हैं वो लोग हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि टेस्ट में कुछ अनयूजुअल नहीं था और
Mm-hmm.
जो लोग नहीं ला पाते वो लोग बोलते हैं कि टेस्ट तो कंप्लीटली आउट ऑफ द बाउंड आया
Bilkul,
और
yes.
जब मेरा 720 अटेम्प्ट था ना तो उस टाइम भी मैंने बात करा था जो
Mm-hmm.
काउंसलर्स है ना केशव से मैंने बात करा था फिर दिस
Mm-hmm.
गर्ल आई एम मिसिंग हर नेम तो
Right,
जो
right.
टॉप के फैकल्टीज है तो उन लोगों ने मुझे यही बोला था कि मतलब डू अ वेरी इंटेंशनल प्रैक्टिस
Mm.
क्योंकि जीमैट जो मतलब होता है ना, फाइनली इट्स अ स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड टेस्ट एंड
Hmm.
क्वेश्चंस आर प्रीटी स्टैंडर्ड, बट
Hmm.
यू हैव टू रीच दैट मेंटल लेवल फर्स्ट. सो
Right.
so that is, so there, like these two things actually become very important. And by
Hmm.
the, like, I think just the last question of RC, the
Hmm.
23rd question of RC and the last question of CR,
Hmm.
maybe it was time pressure, time got to me, but apart from that, I don't think anything was that I was like, okay, what is this?
Hmm.
Hardly anything was there. It was all, everything I had seen, heard somewhere, like it was
Hmm.
not out of the ball for me.
Familiar
So
is the word, right?
yes,
It
yes.
obviously there's nothing identical,
Correct,
but it is
yes, familiar.
familiar. Right,
Yes.
right. What tips would you have? Let's say if you made some mistakes along the way that you would want the future test takers not to repeat, some do's and don'ts, just let us know as well, please.
Okay, so I have made few notes for do's
Yeah, yeah,
and
please refer to
don'ts.
them. Please, you can
Yes.
keep them in front of your eyes. There's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, one tip obviously for CR is to write. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
like even if you're solving 5 CR questions in a day, good
Mm-hmm.
enough, but you have to write them down, how you are
Mm.
solving them.
Right.
Okay. That is very important, and I think that translates also to RC.
Right,
When
right.
you do CR questions, so CR is basically small passage, small question. RC is big passage and then questions. So I
Right.
think there's a lot of similarity between them. So that
Genuinely,
is
yes.
most important for CR is to develop that mindset and stick with a question. Even if you're taking half an hour to get to the reasoning of it, stick with it. Do
Mm-hmm.
not jump. Just do not give up in 10 minutes or 20 minutes, because that is where the growth actually happens. Uh,
Superb, superb.
the explanation and everything that is written in the document, that is very good, but it is not yours until, like, sir, आपने कभी तो किसी वीडियो में बोला है कि
Mm.
get these CR questions as good जबकि तुम किसको को पढ़ा सको ये चीज.
Mm-hmm.
मतलब उतना अच्छे हो जाओ इस चीज में जब तुम किसी को
Mm-hmm.
पढ़ा सको. So that is really important, and I took it ज्यादा सीरियसली. I used to make ऐसे, मतलब अपने ही टैब पे मैं रिकॉर्ड करते करते अपना बनाता था वीडियो कि मैं
Oh,
कैसे
wow.
सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ इस चीज को. एंड देन व्हेन आई एक्चुअली सी कि अच्छा ठीक है ये गलत हो गया, तो आई नो एग्जैक्टली वेयर आई टुक द रॉन्ग टर्न.
Right, right, yeah.
तो ये सारी
Absolutely.
चीज है, बहुत मतलब बहुत बेसिक है, पर आई थिंक दिस इज द
No,
कॉर्नर
they do
स्टोन.
help because that is what the meaning of depth is. Like when I say the
यस.
word depth, when I say the word mastery, that's the
यस.
meaning that even the smallest nuances don't trouble you afterwards.
करेक्ट.
Like,
यस.
so yeah, some tips you had written down. Well,
Yes.
is there anything else?
So this was for verbal. For DI, I'll say na, data sufficiency becomes a tricky part, and I think, I don't know if sir, with any other test taker you have felt that I think for me around 8 questions were of data sufficiency of those
Right,
20.
right,
So data sufficiency actually has a very huge percentage there. And
right,
of
right.
the 3 questions I got wrong, so of I think 4 questions I got wrong in DI, 3 were data sufficiency. So
Okay.
that is what I think, that one mistake I did, but either ways, I'm happy with my score. But
Mm-hmm.
data sufficiency, what happens is, so quant becomes now very easy without the data sufficiency part. So you kind of get a bit overconfident that I think I
Mm-hmm.
got, and then missing those intricacies in data sufficiency. So
Right.
do not do that mistake. Data sufficiency, again, it comes down to your concentration and
Mm-hmm.
your ability to think on the edge cases. What are
Right.
the edge cases that can happen? So be a bit more methodological there for data sufficiency.
Yeah, we
Second
have
thing,
a huge emphasis on DS traps, DS traps. I
correct.
mean, I
Yes,
I
yes,
really do it so many times. I drill it down. Probably you thought you were good at it, so you didn't do as much practice. Maybe that was the
right.
reason. But
Yes,
it's
that is what I'm trying. Overconfidence got to me there. It
right,
was, don't do this. You should actually
right,
stay.
right.
One more thing, I have a tip for multi-source reasoning. So what I did was, in my exam center, I asked for 2 sheets,
Mm-hmm.
with those laminated sheets. So what I did for tab 1 and tab 2, so in multi-source reasoning there are 3 tabs.
Right.
For tab 1 and tab 2, all the data that was given I noted down in that paper,
Mm-hmm.
and tab 3 was in front of me. Noted down, I do not mean just blatantly noted it down, but to
Yeah, the
understand and
key points
comprehend.
is yeah.
Yes, key points. So I had two tabs in front of me, one tab in open on my screen, and then the question. So I did never felt the need to switch between the tabs.
Mm-hmm.
So that effort in the initial 1 or 2 minutes actually paid off. So I was able to get all the 3 questions right in a row and with much ease. So
Superb.
that is one
This
thing.
is. I mean, all the things that you're telling, Piyush, first of all, are all very new things that someone on the other side can tell, but everybody has a different take whenever I talk to 100 percentilers or nine. But these are so fresh. I'm so happy to be hearing these because if I say MSR, Nobody
Uh,
has told me that, you write key points of the first two tabs on paper on your sheet and the third should be open. Brilliant. I mean, this genuinely can help because then your mind is not wandering or is in like
right.
competition with each other in terms of the tabs that, okay, this, yeah, yeah. What else? Is there
One
anything else?
more thing, when you're practicing DI, especially
Mhm.
graph questions, so have a sense like when you're practicing, try to optimize for you yourself that when you see a question, you should know that you should open the calculator or not, because
Mhm.
the calculator interface is not very friendly. You have to
Right.
click manually buttons and everything. So, say for example, if you have to calculate 20 by 80, what percentage
Mm,
is this? So you can do this in mind. Do not open calculator here.
mm,
But if the question is to say 21 divided by 81,
mm,
19 divided by 91, which is bigger percentage.
mhm.
So although if given time, I can do these calculations, but I find myself more comfortable just quickly opening the calculator
Mm.
and putting in these numbers so I do not miss anything.
Right,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
so I developed a sense for myself in which question I need to open the calculator and which I do not. So
Mm.
whenever you're practicing DI, always have that thing in your mind. Do I need to open the calculator? The quicker you open a calculator where you need, the more time you would save. And if you
Sure.
open a calculator in a question where you do not actually need the calculator, you're wasting
Yeah,
time.
a lot of time wasted
So,
because you are right, the interface is not awesome. I mean, you can't use the
correct.
keyboard also. It has to
Yes,
be mouse click. So yes, yes,
right.
absolutely. Anything else you'd like to tell? Because I'm sure everything that you're telling will be so useful here. Yeah.
Correct. Minus quant. For quant, it's like a mostly get your basics right and beware of those words. DI, everything is there. Verbal, हाँ. So verbal in terms of awareness. So हाँ, like जो octave है ना, तो उसका जो last का part है, verify, eliminate. And
Mm.
again, I can quote you here. You said once कि क्या तुम अपना उंगली रख सकते हो उस पे? Something
Mm-hmm.
on those lines. So
Yeah.
that
Can you put
was
a finger on it?
हाँ, can
Right.
you put your finger on it? So that was like actually I used to do RC reading. Now when I used to mark such questions, I could actually okay हाँ ठीक है यहाँ लिखा है. So I used to do that. Very small thing, but then it gives you a lot of confidence in terms of कि हाँ ये actual में लिखा है मैं सही मार रहा हूँ. You
Mm-hmm.
won't get देखो ना कुछ जो trap choices होते हैं जो बहुत
Yeah.
good sounding होते हैं उनसे आप बच सकते हो वैसे.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this
Right.
is when we say put your finger on it, it's also for the wrong options that don't. This is just
हाँ,
not there. This word is not matching. One
exactly.
word can make the entire choice wrong, as we know very clearly in
Right,
RC.
right, right. Yes.
So, very, very happy to have you here, Piyush, and we will talk very quickly soon, maybe on Monday or something, for
Okay.
your next steps and the admissions
हाँ, yes sir,
process.
yes sir.
Right, right, right. Superb, superb to know you, and all the very best for your future endeavors. I think this is a big thing off your back now, and you can
Yes
only
sir.
focus on what is coming forward. Thanks for making time today. Yeah, bye bye,
Thank you
Piyush.
sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.